Hello, people. How you doing? Listen, I just want to talk to people and let you know what's going on. I just had to turn my phone off, became professional doxers. And the person behind all this is a correction officer who is, in a way, a policeman. And I'm going to play a little video of him and how this all started. A couple nights ago, I'll just put it right out there. A couple nights ago, Walt Sicilian got a hold of me and said, "Hey, Lee, I'm starting to get a little bit weary of this guy." And I asked him why. He said to me, because of the fact that everything I was saying to him, he was going back and telling FBS. And I said to FBS, "That's what he's doing to me too, dude." And so at that point, we decided that we weren't going to deal with him. But something happened magically 2 hours later where a show went on and I got attacked. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to talk about FBS because FBS and I together were on Mob Rats last night. And he was the only one that logically knew yesterday that they were fucked because of the way when they put my phone number out. And then last night, the tough guy, the correction officer, went back on the show and was saying that he'll take me to court, he'll countersue me and stuff. But here's what he doesn't realize. I was involved in a very big lawsuit in Connecticut, in Stamford, Connecticut, a matter of fact. You see, this is it, dude. This is what I get, private numbers. So I got to turn my phone off again. It's been nonstop. Okay, let me turn my phone off. The shame part is that I got to change my life because of what they did. And I got several death threats. Literally people calling me. I got the messages on my answering machines. People leaving death messages on my answer machine. So what this gentleman doesn't realize is that I was involved with a very big lawsuit in Connecticut. So I have lawyer friends there. And I had one of them contact me yesterday. He said to me, "Dude, what this guy did was totally illegal. And let me tell you why he did. Usually doxing is not a case that you could take to court. But if someone doxes you and you could prove that they put your life in jeopardy, it's a whole different ballgame. I can actually legally go to the police department right now and have this correction officer arrested for what he did. And he doesn't realize this. Okay, he's been trying to contact me today. I had Damian Trites trying to call me on his behalf. I had Gene Borello even call me. This guy reached out to Gene Borello. And Gene Borello, he's telling Gene Borello, "Hey, look, I know you talked to Lee and stuff, and please tell him that I'll apologize or whatever." Dude, you can apologize, and I'm gonna do this video because you don't get a freebie with this. What you did yesterday is you're forcing me to change a phone number I've had for 10 years. You have people that actually know where I live. And here's the difference between me and you. Or any of you guys. I have all your phone numbers. I've had people say to me, "Hey, give me their phone numbers. I'll put it out there for you." And you know what I told them? No. I said, "I'm not going to put your numbers out there." You know why? Because I'm not you people. I am not going to put your phone numbers out there. You know why? Because I would actually feel bad. I would feel bad inside that if I did something like that to you guys. But yet it didn't matter. And here's why they messed up yesterday. They seen that I was going to do a show yesterday at 5 o'clock. So then all of a sudden they started running around and they said, "Let's get together and get on at the same time as Lee so we can hit his viewers." So they did that, but they didn't plan nothing. And then they had Stacks leading the way. You know how that's going to end up. And so what they did is they put the show together. And then during the show, when he put up his phone number, he realized that he doxed me. And then at that time, FBS said, "You guys doxed him. You shouldn't have done that." And then Stacks said, "Well, fuck him. The glove comes off. I don't care." So they didn't care. Not only has this affected me, this has gone over into my family. That's how far they've taken it, these low lives. You know, I'm trying to talk normal here because I am so angry at these people right now for what they've done. And I want you to ask yourself like this. Why? Look, let me show you what they're doing now. This is probably all John Wolf, maybe even a liar. John Wolf put my number out later in the day, but it was too late. It was already out, Gunsmoke. But I understand what you're saying. And it wasn't a liar. See, that's the thing. They lost all credibility yesterday. You can't go after any of these guys anymore because you did what they do, but lower. They have no right to speak on John A-Light. They have no right to speak on anybody no more. After what they did something that was so much worse than what A-Light's ever done or Barillo's ever done. Think about it. How would you guys like to have your life turned upside down over just because of some guy that wants to go on other people's shows, not start his own show? He wants the easy way to get there. So first he came on my show, and then he went on the Bald Sicilian show. Then he went on the Stack show because he wants the easy way. He wants to be able to get there through us. And we're all guilty for falling for it. He's a cop. This is mafia genre. You don't let cop. He's like a poor man's version of Donnie Brasco. That's what he is. Kevin Weiss. A-Light is laughing right now. He turned all of you against each other. He won off. You know what, Kevin? I can't argue with you, man. You're right. You are absolutely right. And MRE said it best last night. MRE said that, let's see. FBS didn't publish anything, so let's make it clear about that. Dude, we're not talking about FBS right now, okay? If you're going to carry water for FBS, get the hell out of here and go to FBS. It's that simple, okay? You don't need to be here carrying water. You sound kind of pathetic. First of all, you never come into this show, and now you're here carrying water for FBS. Just go back to him. I'm not talking about FBS right now. See, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get your people coming in like that. And, and let's see. JC says, Angel Gotti claims all of the BS. She says Gene is all behind these trolls. So go tell her that it's John's. So that's the thing. Yesterday, after this all happened, Angel Gotti sent me something on, basically she sent me something that said, evil, 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 referring to me. This is what we're dealing with. This is these people. People, there are no sides here. Everybody should be allowed to do their own show and do what they want. We don't have to make commitments to nobody. There's no commitments to the Gottis here. There's no commitments to John A-Light here. We built our own shows. Nobody has the right to tell us what to have or who to have. And the reality is, you shouldn't even be in these rooms, but you are. And if somebody says something you don't like, you attack them. That's what you've been doing to me. If I say something wrong, you attack me. This is ridiculous. Everybody's afraid. Let's be careful. Let's not get her mad. Give me a break. John Gotti would be turning over in his grave if he seen what was happening right now. I did a show a few days ago attacking Sammy Gavano for all the things he said about John Gotti. And I was trying to bring up the evidence that he never said this before and he was lying. Do you think that one person, do you think John Gotti's family said, thank you, Lee, you're right? Do you think that anybody said anything? They didn't. You know why they didn't say anything? Because one, they don't want to piss Sammy Gravano off because he has a huge base. And they don't want to piss Jimmy Calandra off either. That's what's going on here. You got a lot of people running around with no balls. And ask yourself this question too. Why are all these people getting together and going after me? I'm the one with the smallest show. Every one of those guys have more subscribers than I have. But yet they're coming after me. Ask yourself that question. You know why? Because I don't fall in line for nobody. I'm too old for that shit. Nobody's my boss. I'm not looking up to nobody. If I want to speak to Gene Barillo, I'll speak to Gene Barillo. If I want to speak to Jimmy Calandra, which I don't want to do, I'm going to speak to whoever I want. No one's going to tell me who I could speak to. You know, the key to having a good show is to be able to have whoever you want on your show. And I'm going to have people, I don't like John A. Light, but I had an interview on here with John A. Light, and I got roasted by the Gotti people. How dare you have how dare you have A. Light on? Who the hell has made them anybody that they could tell us who we have on our shows? Our commitment is to you guys. Our commitment is to give you guys entertainment. That's what we're supposed to do. You know, if I'm missing something here, and then what do they call you? They call you stupid. They call you fat. They call you old. I mean, the bullying that goes on with these people is incredible. Can you imagine a bunch of people that were former drug addicts and stuff are insulting me? They have literally put out the false message that I am an oxy addict, just so they feel good. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. That's my life. Have I ever done oxys? Hell yeah. But I had neck surgery. I've had back surgery. Am I doing it now? Hell no. So they send this Josie chick out there, and she's like the 5th person attacking. So here you go. You got all these people just jumping right in. Let's go get Lee. And I'm not feeling sorry for myself. You know why? I like it this way. If it takes 5 of you to take one of me, bring it. Because they're not going to take me. I spent 30 years battling Vince McMahon, who is responsible for murdering my brother. In the end, my brother committed suicide. Vince McMahon's a much smarter and a much more powerful man than any of these people. You could take all these people and put together. They're nothing compared to Vince McMahon. If I could deal with Vince McMahon, I could sure to hell deal with these people. So their best bet is to realize I'm not going anywhere. Unless the good Lord comes down and takes me, I'm not going anywhere. It's that simple. You know. Okay, I just want to play this. I'm going to show you how devious this guy is, this guard. You know, now he's claiming he's retired. Okay. But I'm going to tell you something right now, dude. What you did by putting my number up there, you changed my life. You literally, I have my phone off right now because of you. I got to call up and change a number I've had for 10 years because of what your actions came to. And then last night, you were still talking about how tough you are. You had no remorse in you whatsoever. None. You're acting like this is okay. And then you got Stacks saying, oh, the gloves are off. Stacks, let me tell you something, dude. You don't want my gloves off. You got way too many weaknesses. Many more than me. You know. Well, here's this guy right here. Okay, so they're smiling right now. You know why? Because I had just talked to them, and they know that this guy is full of shit. They know that this guy is going back between me and him. Right before this guy came on here, he talked to me on the phone, and he never told me that he was going on FBS's show. So here I am. He just gets off the phone, hangs up. I'm not watching FBS's show, and this is what he's doing to me 5 minutes after he hangs up for me, telling me what a good friend of mine he is.
What's the what?
You there?
Yes.
I have somebody coming on who wants to air some things out. So I appreciate you coming on, man. This was hilarious. Thank you.
All right, man. I'll talk to you, all right? Maybe I could come on again sometime or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man.
All right,
Just
thanks.
be good. I'll be watching, all right?
All right.
All right.
What's up?
What isn't up?
Thank
What
you,
the
Mustache
fuck
Pete.
isn't
Name
up?
and name. I appreciate it. You tell me, man.
I'd love to fucking know. But the fact that I keep sticking my neck out for people that want to keep burning
Remember, people, he just got off the phone with me. He was talking to me a couple minutes before he sat down here.
me and lying and swearing on the kids that they're not a part of stuff when they are part of stuff. It really fucking it's truly sad because you know I'm risking my reputation for this fucking guy. And I mean I don't know how many.
And you know why Shanna's in the back smiling? Because she knows that he's full of shit, and she knows of all the trouble he's doing going back and forth. Right now, she's thinking to herself, "What a piece of shit." That's what she's thinking.
Times I gotta ask somebody and try to vet somebody that swears to me that he's not involved, and then apparently he's involved. So, you know, I have to see comments in other people's channels warning me and telling me to get away from this guy. I work around dangerous people, yet I can't even come on the internet or on this YouTube thing and not be around dangerous people. It's crazy to me. It really is.
Yeah,
But
man.
I guess I have to apologize to you because I didn't listen to you enough when I should have.
The link's out there if anybody wants to jump in.
For this guy who obviously doesn't deserve it, I try to make you believe me rather than go with your gut. So I have to apologize for that. So I got to own that because I truly want to think and I want to see the good in people. I hope there is good in people, but apparently not everybody's going to be good. And I am cool with everybody and I want to be cool with everybody because I would hope most people are good people.
Look at Shanna in the background.
From the beginning,
Look
you
at her
two
smiling.
are good people. It's why I fuck with you guys.
He's laughing at
It's
this
why
dude.
I watch your show. It's why I donate. It's why I engage. I'll promote this show to the day I die. You guys are great. But apparently some people aren't.
Thank
And
you.
I'm learning. And I'm learning, you know, and I don't know. I fucking dropped the ball on this one, that's for sure.
Well, it happens.
Oh, well, you know what? It happens, but I should have known better and I should have listened to you more. You know, I really wanted this. Not, and again, I know you probably think for selfish reasons because I don't want to engage in this shit and I don't want to get dirty on here. It's not for selfish reasons. It's just I truly, truly hoped that he was truly telling the truth and that you guys could be cool together. Because from what I see, things work better when you guys are cool. You're happier. You're not stressed out. He's not being that side that everybody sees that's ridiculous. And you would hope things could be good. But apparently it's not. So I'm done. I fucking quit. I'm done putting my neck out there for people that don't deserve it. And, you know, my bad, bro. I should have listened to you more.
Wow.
That you wanted to, I don't know, from your messages, I thought.
Well, I mean, I could go on and on and on. I mean, we could bring up anything you want. I have nothing to hide. So whatever you want to discuss, we could discuss. Pick a category. We'll go down that road.
What do you know about that troll page?
Which troll page?
The one that's mainly about me.
The New Beginnings one?
Yeah. I don't even want to give them, advertising.
I don't know. I mean, everything that I was told that, dude, I can show you messages. If you think I have anything to do with that page.
No, I know you don't.
Okay. Well, it's just insinuation sometimes with just sometimes I don't know how to read. So, you know, that's the part of me trying to be
Let me just finish this
cool with
video.
everybody, which is why I said I can't be friends with everybody. I'm learning it the hard way. So now I look like a fucking dickhead right now, and I'm actually like literally shaking right now because I'm so fucking angry. But as far as what I know, and I'm telling you, and I can show you text messages, he's still swearing on his kids. He has nothing to do with that. Can't beat it, but he will not admit it to me because, and again, I think he knows where my loyalties are, and I don't hide it. He knows I'm cool with you. He knows I talk to you. I say it on the air. I say it on his channel. I talk to you and I talk to him. I talk to Stacks. I talk to Damien. Not told me. If I knew anything about that channel, I would fucking tell you. Wolf thing. If I knew anything about him or knew who he was, I would air that shit out right now. I begged him to come on the other day. I don't know who these fucking people are, but you know, if you're telling me that you know without any doubt that he's behind it, I already do. I blocked him. I'm done. I quit. I'm fucking done. I call all fucking ties.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, and that's the other thing, you know, like when you said, you know, real friends won't send you shit. I don't know what to fucking show you, Chris. I really don't. I don't know if everybody and their mother's sending you this shit. I don't know if you don't know about it. I don't know what to fucking do anymore because when I am quiet, then I get questioned why I'm being quiet.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. And it's listen.
You see what you just said to him? Shannon just said, fuck. You hear that? She knows he's lying.
To send me this shit where, you know, that's obviously going to bring me down that I don't want to fucking know about. I don't want to know about
right.
any of it.
Yeah.
But Chris,
all we can do is distract.
But listen, you know the things I've told you with 100% confidence and things I don't tell anybody. I put things in your hands because I trust you. Because I think you're that guy that I can trust. I tell this other fucking anything.
Oh, he calls me a fucking canoe, and he just got off the phone with me.
Fucking phony.
I gotta remove him.
Yeah.
All right, let me turn this a sec.
Looks like you got a party going on here, Lee.
Huh?
I said you got a party going on in here.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, Mark, how you doing? I appreciate you showing up. So this guy's a CO. You know, this guy's a CO. Listen, I respect the law and stuff, but correction officers are not cops. They're like the guys that bring the drugs into the prison. They're the guys that, what they are is they get to go home at night. That's the only difference between them and the prisoners. And this guy is the perfect example of the worst of the worst. And what do you guys think? Be honest, man.
I think they're also the guys that know how. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
I was going to say, you know, corrections officers also know how to play the guy that they make believe they're your friend, and then they're going to do shit behind your back. That's what they do. That's what they do in the jail with the prisoners. You know, the guy's full of shit. He's two-faced, and you can never trust guys that are too nice. They're always going to be full of shit. You know, he acts like he always wants to take the high road. And I don't know the guy. You know, I don't want to talk too bad about him, but I mean, it's plain to see. He's playing both sides of the fence, and then he got scared, and he wants to be buddies with FBS. So, he, you know, all of a sudden he's going to trash you. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Hey, Mark, what do you think?
I got two people I'd like to call out. The first one is Thin Gray Line. He stated on the stream yesterday. I popped in on that stream yesterday, and I questioned Bill Stacks as to why he keeps putting Ray Ramondi on. And Thin Gray Line comes out and says, I saw Ray Ramondi's DD-214. You know, that's pretty funny because a few days before, Ray Ramondi stated on air that he doesn't have his DD-214 or any picture.
So he lied to you about it. He's lying.
So my point is, once you catch someone in a lie, they could be lying about everything else. You cannot trust that person anymore. Yep. And I'd like to also call out Tim Reed. who's another effing troll. He
Yep.
calls me out to state to FBS on his stream that I went on Lee Cole's show and said FBS is talking that I'm calling FBS out and telling Lee Cole. That's false and that's bullshit. You can go to the video. I came on your show, Lee Cole, and I stated it's a full frontal assault. I didn't give it any names and I didn't say anything else. So Tim Cole, I already blocked him because he's starting to do some bullshit anyway. But this thin gray line had me going for a little bit until I caught his ass in a lie. And
Let me
I
ask
don't
you a question.
pick no more.
You guys know who Tim Reed is, right? Tim Reed.
Yeah.
Sachs got mad at a woman and gave Tim Reed the phone number of that woman, and Tim Reed went on to terrorize that poor woman. Can you please explain West Coast what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you guys, back in March, April, May, when all this troll stuff first started happening, salute Mob Rats Exposed. I see in the chat. You are partially right, I think. They got to Stacks, and it created a snowball effect. And one of the things Stacks did that really screwed up and let us know who he really was is he was, different fangirls and other regular chicks reach out to all of us. They're fans of us on IG. We chat with them, blah, blah, blah. And they, they'll flirt. He got this one girl's number. She decided that she's like, I'm done with this guy. He got creepy. So he, as a revenge thing, goes out and gives her private number to a guy even crazier than him, a.k.a. Tim Reed, who I'm not going to say his real name. I know
Right.
what his real name is, all
No
that.
real name. We don't dox
I
here.
harassed her. She approached me and Ori Spotto and a few others. And Ori reached out to Stacks, and Stacks tried to claim I gave out the number. I kept it all private for this whole time up until recently, until Stacks pushed this other stuff. And so this gal was harassed, and Tim was one of them. And so now he floats around with different profiles because, he knows that a lot of people in here do know his real identity, even before we all knew it. So he's a bozo. They're harassing fans. And even when called out, Stacks still calls her the B word, called her a groupie, a bunch of filthy names. And this was, she had to threaten to get a restraining order against both Stacks and that other guy. And then on top of that, Ori and a few others had to tell Stacks and the other guy, you're going to chill out. And that did chill them out, Yeah.
Well, I just want to say one thing. People, what I'm trying to say is people can attack people and claim they're Jesus or whatever. Nobody in here is. We all have our weaknesses. We all have our issues. So nobody has the right to attack nobody. And if anybody ever says anything about doxing again, I would tell them, shut up. Doxing is dead in the mafia genre. They killed it yesterday. Nobody no longer has the right to attack it because that was allowed. These guys are still standing, even despite what they did yesterday. And I'm still being terrorized on the fucking phone by a bunch of fucking weirdos. I think everybody in America has a big dick because I'm getting tons of dick pictures and all the dicks are big. And it's like, what the fuck? Does anybody have a small dick anymore? I mean, I'm a man. I'm a 60-year-old man. People sending me dick pictures. What kind of shit is that? And then I got a person threatening to cut my head off. A guy that lives in Houston here in Texas says, I can come up to your city and I'm going to come get you. And here's what the lawyer told me in Connecticut. The lawyer told me that if someone doxes you and your life is being threatened because of that dox, you can sue them. You can actually file criminal charges.
Yeah, there's a federal law for that because of political harassment over the last few years. And now the FBI does take it serious. But look, you got a great case against he looks like a leprechaun to me. I call him Thin Gay Leprechaun now. Thin Gay Leprechaun definitely.
Don't, dude, do me a favor. Don't talk about gay. Okay.
Okay. I spelled it.
Only because we're not going to do that here.
But anyhow, look. Anyways, with him, the bozo came at me. He came at you. And with him, He knows he's in a position of authority and responsibility. All jokes aside, he knows that. And he knows that there's a concept in the law called reckless behavior. Even if he claims he didn't do it on purpose, he is someone with a college degree, as he claims. He does his thing. Hey, if you're that smart and you had a good job with the public, or you know about not being reckless with people's information. You know that shit, especially with inmates and their calls and private cell numbers. You were trained on that. Don't act like you weren't, bozo. You were trained on that. You know that. And
Hey,
what you did was deliberate.
Okay, let's have Mark talk. Mark, what do you?
Before I go, I just want to say this, and I'll tell you square up. I have nothing against you. I have nothing against FBS personally. I'm here just for the entertainment.
Exactly.
I have nothing against Jimmy Calandra, to tell you the truth, because I'm at a different level. I'm not at your guys' level.
I respect you.
Okay.
No, I respect
The only
that.
one I'm having issues with is Thin Gray Line, because he lied to my face on camera, and I know he's bullshitting, and I know Rayamundi never served, and I fell for Thin Gray Line's bullshit, but for the life of me, I can't understand.
Okay,
why.
so let's call Thin Gray Line out of that. Thin Gray Line, you're saying that you seen Anthony Ramondi's 214. So did you see it? I want you to tell us whenever you decide to answer, did you see it? Or were you just trying to make Stacks happy and say that you've seen it? Because I know for a fact there is none.
Right.
So,
He
you lied,
claimed,
dude.
He claimed on camera, I seen it. That's what he said. So I know he's full of shit. So I don't trust the guy as far as I could throw you. And
you can't
that's
throw
what
me
I just
pretty
want to
far.
say.
Dude, you can't throw me.
Else. I know I can't throw you. I have nothing else against anyone else. But people who start defending this stolen valor shit, that's who I have a beef with.
Hey,
anyway,
Mob Rats, do you want to come in? I'm going to drop the link, Mob Rats. You're more than welcome.
Take care, Lee.
Hey, you too. Thank you, man. Anytime you want to come in, you're welcome.
All right. Take care, West Coast.
Hey, thank you, Mark.
Mob Rat, there's the link if you want to jump in. Okay. Okay, so let's see if Mob Rat jumps in here because he's
He's good with the troll thing, and he is correct, Lee, on some level that there was a group of trolls, probably more than one, that were going after these shows, and Hootie and I were a prime example of that back in March.
Mob Rat's saying he's driving. I don't believe that. I can see Mob Rats going through little.
Soon.
Wait, I can see him going through little pipes underground. You know. Mike says Lee loves the drama, dude. Mr. Mike, let me tell you something, Mr. Mike. If someone doxed you and you were getting threatening calls on your phone and you have to change your phone number and stuff, is that drama, you dumb bitch? Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
that's beyond drama, and Lee didn't ask for that, by the way.
Jimmy Cheeks has thousands of women doxed for Lee. Okay. Well, you heard about that, Jimmy Cheeks? Jimmy Cheeks told me to tell everybody that he has millions of women. So, Jimmy A-Light. Did you hear that story? I'm talking to you. Okay. Okay, people, you got some things to say here. Just feel free to shoot away. Even if it was a bunch of trolls, the fact is that occurring shows that Gene and the A-Lights of the world are winning. Yeah, they are. Because you know why? Because the people that claim they're against these people don't know how to control themselves. They want to attack within. They want to attack me. And listen, I'm not playing the pity party. I don't mind if they attack me because I'm a big boy. If they want to do that, that's fine. But yesterday, they literally all got together and attacked me.
Hey, did you see Mob Rat?
Let me finish. Okay, remember, you had Jimmy Calandra. He opens up his show. He goes on and says, they got a big thing going on. Go to Stacks' show. Then you had another person do the same thing. He said, go to Stacks' show. And then, all of a sudden you had these guys with the bigger shows telling people to go to Stack's show. Now here's Stacks with his little old show, and all of a sudden they care about Stacks. And then you get everybody there in the show, and they're making these false claims that I know something about these pages, which I do not. And this is how this whole thing started. You know, and this is what's going on now. Now, I made a commitment. The only person I'm going to leave alone in this, as long as they don't mention my name, is FBS. After that, you're all open game for me, guys. You come after me, I'll come after you, but this is ridiculous. Let's do some really good shows. Iceman, if I can't see your face, I can't let you in. Johnny Rizzo, is there any way you can show your face?
I'm
Okay,
driving,
thanks,
pal.
man.
I'm driving. I'm here.
No problem. No, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, how you doing? Johnny, how you doing?
How are you, pal? How's everything?
Good. Well, you see what's going on, but you know it's been good.
First of all, wait. Where did this guy come from? Thin gray line. He thinks he's Jay Leno with that microphone set up. Who
You
is
see
this
that?
guy? He's a nobody.
Damn, that microphone looks like he's compensating for something, doesn't it?
He's like that guy from that show. It puts the lotion on the skin. He's a weirdo. There's something wrong with him.
Too?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you know, it's funny.
Every day he's got a different microphone.
Well, you know something. Some people can afford
Golly,
that.
sorry,
they can afford that. No. Some people can afford that. They like to live that lifestyle. You know, but you know, it's
Terrible.
Hey, listen. He hurt
It
himself.
ain't
He
right
didn't
what
hurt
they
me.
did to you, Lee. That ain't right.
But you know what they did
Nah,
to me?
but he
more than-
didn't. That wasn't right what they did last night.
But you know what they did more than anything? They made this show. They made this show stronger.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad.
What they tried to do yesterday backfired on them. It totally backfired. That's why I believe God works in
Yes, it did.
mysterious ways. God works in mysterious ways. You
See,
come
look-
here.
You know what it is, Lee? You know what it is? Nobody understands. We're real guys. I'm a real Brooklyn guy. There's still guys out there that believe in being stand-up people. A lot of these
Yep.
people in this chat, they got no idea. Jimmy Calandra is a low-life rat. They were
Yep.
cocaine cowboys in our neighborhood. Without that, they were nobody. Scumbag, low-life rat. We don't believe
see,
in
that's-
ratting still to
right.
this day.
That's what they don't understand. Those kids back then, they terrorized their neighborhood. They weren't like some gang that helped. They mugged the people in their neighborhoods. They dealt drugs. They weren't what they pretend they are. They're all dead.
This piece of shit, that piece of shit put his friends away 45 to life to start his life over. He's a scumbag. And any guy that tells him, I love you, that gun smoked the Don, he's another fucking clown. Oh, I love you. Get out of here, you ass-kissing rat lover. Yous are all rat lovers. FBS is a mutt that lives in his basement in Pennsylvania with a computer chair. These guys are nobodies, scumbags. Shakedown fraud is what he is, looking for money. What do you got a cash out for? For what? What are you shaking people down for? Who are you? You're a nobody.
Listen, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair to FBS, and I'm not kissing his butt. But what I'm going to say about FBS, he's basically trying to make money, but he puts his show together. There's a lot of work involved in that. But you know,
Yeah.
you're entitled. You're entitled to your opinion. I can't change that.
You know what it is, Lee? I can't. I don't. I know. I'm just. I can't. My emotions. I don't like rats. I hate them. And these guys kiss their ass. It makes me sick. I'm sorry.
Iceman.
Gray Line's a piece of
Okay.
shit, Lee. We got your back, buddy. Have a good
I
day,
appreciate
okay?
that.
We
You
got
too.
we got
You
your
take
back,
care.
pal.
Okay.
I'll be in
Iceman,
the
how
chat.
you doing? I'm
How
glad
you
that
doing there, Lee? How's it going, buddy?
Hey, listen, I don't, you know, the reason I do is to show your face, because what people do when they come in, they'll say racial slang because they want to get your show shut down.
I
had one person do it with me next week. They used the N-word and they just started yelling it. And it's like after that, I said, if I don't see person's face, I can't let them in. But you're a good looking guy, so show your face.
Yeah, my three wives been saying the same thing, you know. Hey, listen, I don't have a picture of one, you know, somebody in my back, but I got a picture of my horse behind me. So I mean, hopefully.
Hey,
No,
can you
listen,
speak?
all
Can you
jokes
speak
aside,
into your
I'm
mic?
really- I'm really sorry what these guys pulled on you, man. I mean, you know, one thing is, you know, you don't do is you pull shit like that, but you take it from where it comes, Lee. Take them where it comes and fight back, you know, legitimately fight back. But, you know, you got a great show, and you want to know something? You know, when something like this happens, it seems like everybody kind of is clinging to you right now because nobody likes a scumbag. And what you're doing right now is the right thing. And everybody, a lot more people are listening to your show than anybody else's show. You watch and see.
And you know what's funny about this whole thing? I have everybody's phone number, and people will say to me, why don't you put their phone numbers out? You know why I can't do it? Because I'm not like that. I wouldn't put people's phone numbers out, no matter what they did to me.
Hey, I want to tell you, so I sent you a text, but it was too long. You know, if you don't want to change your phone number, what you can do is, it's going to take time, but you could block all these clowns and they can never get back in again.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you don't want to go crazy, you know what's help you out.
But what I'm really shocked about is it's amazing how sick these fuckers are that are calling me. They're like mentally sick, and they're sexual deviants. You know, it's like, I'm 60 years old. I don't need to see your penis. I mean, seriously, dude, you know, this is how sick they are.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I don't want to change the subject, but I have to.
Sure.
So you got this guy that lives in Bensonhurst, whatever his name is. I don't even want to mention his name because, you know, he's nobody. And he keeps talking about someone that I know down on 3rd Avenue in Carroll Street. Because everybody that lived down there, because I grew up down there, I sent you a text about that.
Are you talking about Raimondi?
Well, him too. He's another clown. I'm talking about Jimmy Calandra talking about that he knows someone is not a made guy. Listen, I can tell you for a fact that the person he's talking about, and you know who I mean, is a made guy and was a made guy. We all knew that growing up.
Are you talking about Larry Mazza?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So here's a guy who never left Bath Avenue, and at 23 he went to prison, but he's talking about people on 3rd Avenue, which is 25 miles away. The guy's a clown. He's jealous because he never made it. He never will make it. And his buddy, what's that guy's name? His friend G, Tommy G or whatever.
Yeah.
If he got the word to whack Jimmy Calandra, he would have whacked him.
And if Jimmy got the word to whack him, Jimmy would have whacked him.
Yeah, I know.
That's just the way life is.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what's funny? They make fun of Gene Barillo, but you know what Gene Barillo said? Gene Barillo says that everybody wants their button, and if they're told to kill their best friends, they're going to do it.
They will. They will.
And, you know, and that's the difference. And they're here bashing Gene Barillo, but at least Gene Barillo admits his shit. These people don't admit their shit.
Yeah, no, he does. He does.
You know, and I'm not sticking up for Gene Barillo, but the fact of the matter is, don't speak shit that you don't know about. You know, it's like, if you're, and on top of that, Paulie G pushed Sparrow. You don't push the boss.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yep.
And
I mean, I felt bad. You know, the guy lost his friend-in-law, but he's really not your friend. None of those guys are your friends. I mean, you see how they whack each other. Let's go have a drink. Let's go take a ride. I mean, the guy's a wannabe, and thank God he never made the mob because he's a loser anyway. He would have got whacked himself with a big mouth. He does have a big mouth. But what are you going to do? Him and his buddy, Mr. Unemployed there. But, you know, you're dealing with guys. Stick to what you're doing. You got a lot more people that are on your side right now. I can see that in the room tonight. You know, a lot of people are pissed off. You just don't give out somebody's information. They talk about rats. They're the biggest rats. You know? Well,
you know something? Right now, what they're saying to themselves, holy cow, we made Lee's shows bigger.
Yeah.
They did it. They did it. You know, and it's on them. And I wish them all the best. I don't give a shit what they do on their show. But, you know, they literally been trying to ruin my show. They literally been trying to ruin me.
Yeah.
And they've gone for effort. Literally, I hear about meetings that Jimmy Calandra's having trying to get my show out of the way.
Ain't gonna happen.
You know, and if Jimmy Calandra's leading your meeting, you're in trouble.
I don't know what his game is other than, like, you know, what you have an idea of that. Maybe it is Sammy.
Without a doubt. No, he really did contact me when I did the Alan Levy show. And he said to me, Lee, don't talk about Sammy. He says, Sammy's my friend. Sammy doesn't want you talking about Alan Kaiser.
Yeah,
Alan
Sammy's
Levy.
my friend. Sammy killed 7 of his friends to gain.
Sammy got no friends. You know, Sammy's friend is Sammy.
Yeah.
You know, Sammy Gravano put his kids in. had a drug ring with his children. He's nobody's friend, and but you know what? The difference between Sammy is he's the real thing. And on top of that, Sammy can say he's the real thing. And he's probably one of the only guys that can say out of those group of guys that he's the real thing. And as you're talking about Larry Mazza, I don't know Larry Mazza, but I heard the same thing that he's made. And
I can tell you for a fact. I know for a fact.
I've actually interviewed him. We had Woody and I had him on the show. He seemed like a good guy to us. He was cool to us and very cordial and friendly. And his stories were lined up with what you see in the newspaper from back then and other things. The FBI doing an analysis of a crime scene. It matches up. So I haven't found anywhere that Mazza is embellishing or anything. And with how long he's been in the public eye now, with nobody giving any real, backlash at him over that lets you know. The only thing they hit him at is alleged, with sexuality, which we think it's BS. But whether he was made or not. But as far as what he actually did, the murders, the other stuff, nobody seems to be questioning that. So that lets you know he was the real deal.
Here's what I like about Mob Rats. He says, I hate Larry, but I don't know if he was made or not. Hey, you can hate him, but at least you're admitting it, Mob Rats.
Okay, Mob Rats, just so you know, I'm telling you for a fact. We play cards in the club all the time. We know who's the wise guys, who's the wannabes, who's the guys who run numbers, who's the guy who goes, picks up numbers and sells football tickets. Larry Mazda was a made guy. We know for a fact. I'm telling you, it's a fact. I was there. I wasn't there. Whoa.
I believe you.
Let me straighten myself out. We were in the club and we all know who was who. Period.
Did you ever associate with Larry Mazda?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever associate with Larry Mazda?
No, just so long goodbye. He was the greatest guy in the world. I was older than him.
Oh, right.
66. So, but we know who's who in the neighborhood. Only a fool doesn't know. You know who the guys are and who's not the guys.
Without a doubt, And it's funny, though. I spent half my life in Brooklyn, and these guys think I'm from Texas. You know where Scaturo's was in Brooklyn? The Italian store, Scaturo's. Remember the supermarket?
Uh-huh.
I worked in the meat department there for 10 years. I was part of the meat union. And I lived right there in the middle of Brooklyn. And people go, oh, you're from Texas and shit.
Yeah.
My family came over here 120 years ago, and my family started in Far Rockaway. So I'm about as Brooklyn as you can get, but people don't want to hear that shit. No. I just don't live there no more. I don't want to live in New York City no more.
As far as Ramondi, like I said, I grew up on 3rd Avenue, and I wanted to ask him a question if I could ever get him online to see if he knew something that only certain people know in Brooklyn. And like I said, I can't deny or if he is or not, but I really don't know the guy. I never saw the guy. We pretty much know everybody from Monty's and from the club because everybody used to deal with numbers and horse tickets and all that bullshit. And we used to go up and down from 3rd Avenue to 5th Avenue. Everybody in that whole area in South Brooklyn went to Our Lady of Peace School. It's a Catholic school on Carroll Street. When I grew up as a kid, I was a half a block away from the school. I lived on a small street called Denton Place. It was a very small, tiny street. You just walk across the street like 20 yards, and you're in the schoolyard. So, it was great for me growing up. But I grew up there all my life.
And you know what it is? I think that Ramondi is like John A. Light. I think they've done stuff in their life, but they're trying to expand on what they've done. They're trying to make themselves a lot bigger than what they are. And they don't have to do that. Stick with your regular stories.
I don't know the guy. I never saw him. He may
that says it all. Now everybody sees him.
But as far as his military stories, that's a little out of whack. Even my son says this guy's full of shit. My son's a Marine.
Yeah,
he would like your kids,
and that's what bothers me because my boys are laughing at him. My boys will go, Dad, I can't believe that people actually believe this guy.
No.
And that's and then when someone's platforming him and doesn't want to ask him tough questions, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
I'll platform people, but you got to ask them tough questions. And that's it, Yeah. People, when I had John A. Light on, I asked him a bunch of questions, but I couldn't go after him because I knew John A. Light would turn off his phone and say, fuck you, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, he would. He probably would have.
Yeah, and that's just John A. Light. But,
It's just that some of his stories, like when Ramondi talks about, let's go to the heist. He was involved in a heist. All right. He was the first guy to get shot in the Colombo War. All right. He was the guy who planned this. He always seemed to be in the right spot at the right time. That's a little. He must be the luckiest guy in the world.
You know what's funny? With as many people that said they shot Hoffa, there must have been 1,000 people there that day, and they had Hoffa surrounded, and everybody had a gun, and they were shooting at him.
No,
I mean,
him and A-Light freed them. They got him out from underground.
Yeah. Okay, my man. I appreciate
Yeah.
I appreciate you stopping by. You're welcome anytime.
Hey, do me a favor, buddy. Please think about what I told you about your phone. Don't, think
Yeah.
before you change your number. I love you, man. You have a great show, and I know more people are going to follow you. Congrats, and keep going.
I appreciate
Kudos,
it.
guys.
You
Kudos.
take care.
Take care, buddy.
Okay, bye. Well, that's the great thing about doing this show. You come across somebody that lives in Brooklyn and that knows these guys, and they kind of tell you things, and then you got to decide. Larry Mazza is an interesting guy, actually. To me,
Yeah.
when I look at Larry Mazza, I get the creeps, like he will hurt somebody. That's just the feeling I get, and I'm a good
when I
judge.
talked to him, Lee, me, Hootie, M. Callie had about 2 hours with him, and he actually came up as quite friendly and amicable. Like he was open and all that. He was sort of like you see the reputation going in, and me and M. Callie in particular were like, damn, this guy, this is one of the only guys from Cosa Nostra that has kill levels like the California cartel Mexican guys, right? But then you hear him talking right out the gate. He's very nice. He's cool. And he's trying to be, you could tell that he's trying to be like, he's trying to connect with the legit regular world again. And when you've been that far down that negative road, you can see it's a struggle for him internally to connect. But I really believe he's sincere with wanting to do good, though. And he hasn't done, he's pulled off of YouTube and almost everywhere. He doesn't even post on Instagram.
Hey, look who's here. Tim Reed. Miss can't be wrong. JC threatened me online. That's why I don't like him. But he was reported to the authorities. Okay, I'm gonna.
World. Tim Reed also claimed that we disrespected that sniper name that he kept throwing in the chat.
Yeah.
Which we're like, who is this again? Who? And then like, okay, I looked it up and I said, yeah, I gave the guy a salute. And Bozo kept typing, you never respected him. Right out the gate, he's very nice.
Okay.
He's cool.
Harvest Sorrow.
You can tell that
something on in the background.
He's trying to connect. Yeah, hey, mute it.
It's a window.
And when you've been that far down, you can see it's a struggle for him. And
whose is that? Is that yours?
you got to Harvester mute the YouTube feed itself. Off of YouTube and almost.
You got to mute the YouTube that you have on because it's coming up.
I got you.
Okay. How you doing?
Hey man, I'm good, man.
I appreciate you.
I've been all up in this drama since last night. It's been incredible, man. Hey, West Coast Connection, man. You're a cool dude, man. I like you, dude. But listen, last night's show was fucking gold, man. It was beautiful, dude. You could not have asked for a better fucking show than what you had last night. It was the best mob tube show I've ever seen. All right, Lee, I've been on here since the beginning with you, man. I hooked up on this mob tube shit with John A-Light and Sammy Gravano a few months ago, and then I came across you and Bald Sicilian, and then Kane Shades was on there with you too. But man, it seems like everybody jumps ship with you, man. I mean, you've made some mistakes, yeah, but still, it's incredible that the way these guys are going back and forth with each other, it's bullshit, man. I mean, I like Fat Ball Sicilian too, all right? He's okay.
Yep.
But man, he's got a fucking bullshit show, man. All he's coming on is talking about bullshit. Just you and Lee is this and fucking Stax is full of shit. I never watched one of his fucking shows. That guy's full of shit, all right? But you all got valid points, but none of you can back the shit up. You're all going at each other with some bullshit, man. You got to get off of this shit, man. I mean, I know that.
Well, listen. I'll be honest with you, JC.
I said the same thing you just said.
I'll be honest with you. I try to get off this shit, but if I'm attacked by 4 people, it's not one person. It's all of them together all the time.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here, and the only reason that I'm handling it is because I'm an older guy, and I've dealt with guys like that in my life. But that's what they do. It's Jimmy Calandra. He despises me. And that's good. I'm glad he despises me. I don't want like people like Jimmy DeClandre to like me. So, and then it's yesterday they literally got together. They knew my show was coming on at 5 o'clock.
You can't prove that, Lee.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
It was admitted to me.
Who admitted it to you?
I'm not going to say who, but it was admitted.
So you're telling me that Jimmy Calandra was responsible for last night?
Jimmy Calandra got together at the same time with the other guy. I'm not going to mention his name because it's a deal I made. And they told people to go to Stack's show, and it was starting at 5 o'clock. And they rushed the show. That's why they fucked up. And they even say it on the show. They rushed the show.
They did.
The reason they rushed the show is because they seen I was coming on at 5. They wanted to run interference with my show. That was the whole plot, and it backfired.
It did backfire. It blew up right in their fucking face.
Oh
man.
my gosh! It was like
this thin blue line guy, the thin blue gray, whatever the fuck he is. He's a fucking retard. All right. He's talking about I work and all this shit and all that. Then all of a sudden he comes out and says, "Oh, I'm retired now" and all this. What the fuck is all that, man? He's acting like this badass that goes to work every day and protects these guys, and he don't do shit now. What's up with
Just
that?
like he says that he doesn't know what's going on with this or that, but 2 minutes later he says he's highly educated, extremely smart, nothing gets past him,
and he's got plenty of money.
Right.
Yeah. And he also said yesterday that he would countersue me if I sued him. And after I spoke to my lawyer friend in Connecticut, he said to me, Lee, if you could prove that the doxing caused threats on your life, you should sue him. And I got,
100%.
On this phone right here, you know how many death threats I have? I've received over 20 death threats. Literally, cut your head off. I'm going to kill you, motherfucker. I've been receiving fucking porn, sending a 60-year-old man fucking porn. Other men.
Yeah, well, you're going to have that, man. You're going to have people coming out of the woodwork attacking you because, they put your number out there. They said it was an accident, but it doesn't matter. An accident is an accident. It's not an accident. You fucked up.
Hold on, Harvester. He is, as a prison guard, he would have been trained on all kinds of cell phone security stuff because inmates smuggle them in. They look for fucking everything. In fact, he tried to hit me with a bullshit kind of cell phone allegation on the same show. So if he's going to go that route, the expert route, and I know everything route, he has to take the responsibility that a public servant would have for that shit. It's all deliberate at the end of the day if you are supposed to be an expert on something.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And if it's an accident or not, he's still fucked up. And he's responsible for what happened last night. And you should go after him.
Well, right? And that's what this show is for right now. And on top of that, not only did he fuck up, he went on his show last night and continued with the fucking lie. Yeah. And he continued. And you know what's funny? MRE said to them, Lee has nothing to do with these pages. And they didn't want to listen to MRE. They got such a bad hard on for me that they're willing to try anything.
I don't understand it, man. I don't know why they're after you, dude. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, you have less subscribers than they do. Why are they after you? Why don't they just do their own shows and just say, fuck Lee Cole? But they got a hard on for you.
Well, it's on a clout chase.
Yeah, and you know what it comes down to is when you fight back, they don't like it. They're underestimating me. You know what they're saying? Oh, this is an old man. We can walk over him. But they don't understand. I'm an old man. I've been in a lot of shit in my life. And, fine. You consider 60 years old. They probably won't even make 60 fucking years old. So, so they can do whatever they want. I'm not going anywhere unless the good Lord takes me off this seat.
Keep in mind, Stax was bragging about this on the show that he deleted. He also, for the last few weeks or so, was threatening to dox you and said, I'm going to do it. He did some crazy shows where he was going off on me, saying the F word over and over again like a madman. He had to delete that one. He was going crazy. So, the intent was there. Thin Gray Line knows how a guy like Stax would be. Stax has been to prison. Thin Gray Line sees that and knows how to manipulate it. And then he has an out. And what does he do every other show? I didn't realize that was going to happen. That's his biggest thing. If an inmate was to talk to him the way he talks to all of us, he would say, shut the F up and get in the cell before I make you go in there.
Yeah. Well,
call a response team to come in there and beat the shit out of them, spray them with pepper spray. Yeah.
Look, how many mob guys has he smacked behind bars, by the way? I had a black friend, a real Rick Ross associate, asked that last night on the phone to me. He brought up how Rick Ross, the real one, got his ID stolen by that CO who's now a rapper making millions, used that Rick Ross name and played as a coke dealer, makes money, and then it comes out he's a CO. Well, this guy is the Rick Ross of MobTube. This guy is basically assuming the sort of the role of a guy that should be part of all of us, but he's not. He's a fake. He's a phony. He's going to disappear.
Well, listen, he's going to have to disappear if he wants to survive, because he thinks that everybody likes him. He has to understand that besides me, he's probably the most disliked guy. But I don't mind.
Bob Rat said he's ready. He's ready.
As far as Jimmy Calandra goes, this guy's coming on this YouTube channel and trying to promote his shit. But all he does is talk about everything that he did up until he was 23 years old. He robbed candy stores and all this shit. He might have scored some money from robbing banks and stuff like that. He didn't rob a bank. He opened up a safety deposit box and stole that shit. He might have robbed a fucking candy store as far as that goes, but he ain't done shit. He ain't had enough time in the street to fucking do anything. So he's just going off on that stuff right there. He's irrelevant, to be honest with you. And as far as being friends with Sammy, I don't think they're that fucking close, man.
Now, Sammy's smart. Sammy's not going to be friends with anybody that he can't control, and he knows he can control Jimmy. That's what it comes down to.
And I like Sammy's channel. I like Sammy. I like listening to the stories that he's telling. Sure, he embellishes a little bit of Hollywood and all that,
Sammy doesn't have friends. He has fools.
He's right. You're right.
MRE, how you doing, my man?
What's going on?
Hey, listen, man. Thanks for the time, man. No problem, man. You'll be good.
You take care.
Zero,
Thank you.
West Coast Connection. What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up, Mob Rats?
Nothing. I wanted to meet James Spader, but never mind. Like I was
you wanted to meet James Spader.
No, he seemed good. Like I was saying, Lee came on the show last night and stuff, and he made peace with FBS. Now, I totally disagree with the doxing, but the guy did say it was an accident. I don't think he did it maliciously, to be quite honest. This is just my opinion. I don't think he did it maliciously. I think they all fell for the troll's ruse by thinking that page was Lee's, which, in my opinion, I would bet a lot on it. It's not Lee. Trust me. There's no way. In my opinion, I've seen some proof, like FBS yesterday came on and he said some proof was some people said that it was Lee, but people can go in Lee's son's channel, right? And look at the people. And now this goes against everything I believe in right here, telling troll secrets, but I'm going to do it because I'm not trolling this community. You know what I mean? I'm after the content creator and I hate stool pigeons and mob rats. Okay, so what they'll do is they'll go in Lee's son's channel, right? They'll see the people in there. They'll dub them accounts. They'll play little games like that. It's not hard to trick people into thinking Lee's doing that, especially when Lee made the threat that he would get his nerds after FBS. So that's something that I would hear as a troll, and I would take advantage of that and turn people against each other.
That part is true. That part is true. I remember hearing that as well and thinking something similar, Mob Rats, that I was like, that's going to send a signal to the other guy.
Yes.
And I thought Lee was bluffing, to be honest with you, but I'm like, that's
of course I was.
Well, let me finish. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I'll just finish. And I think the guy did it by mistake, even though it's wrong. And Lee has every right.
But here's the thing. But MRE, here's the issue.
You have every right. Hold on. You have every right to come on here and be pissed and shit. And
they didn't take it down. They didn't take it. MRE. They kept it up during the show. And Stack says, "Fuck them. We're taking the gloves off." And left it up, and he didn't take it down until the show was over.
All right, I think Stacks Edgewood just was in a heat of rage, but he did take it down afterwards. He didn't leave it up, and
it was too late.
So, I agree. You should be pissed, and you have every right to come on here and rant and stuff. But after this, I would just leave it alone, because here's why: the trolls are going to expand on this, because this is what me and my crew would do if we were over here doing this. We would expand on this and bring more trouble and all kinds of shit. Trust me. You have every right to come on here and vent and be mad at the dude, but I honestly think he is sorry for it, and he made a mistake. But that's no excuse.
He definitely will be sorry.
It was wrong.
Well, listen. Also,
that's just my opinion.
Well, listen. Gray Line last night was going.
Hey, James Brown in the chat. Fuck you. I don't ride fences. That's my opinion. Freak. Come on here and debate me.
Hey, I just like to say one thing.
Somebody said that it was no accident. That Stack said that he knew the number was on the top of the text. Somebody brought it up, and Stack said, "I don't care that the number's on there," and left it up and kept showing stuff.
Yeah, I heard that. That was disgusting. I agree. That was fucking retarded.
Kept going with it. He could have been like, "Hold up, Stacks, take it down."
Okay, yeah, they should have. I totally agree. As soon as they realized that number was up there, they should have.
Let me say hi to Sean.
Hold on a minute. I believe in the heat. I believe in the heat of the moment, everybody's pissed, and then they realized it later on. But it's still, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it becomes deliberate, though. And even if it was an accident at first, as soon as they realized it, and then they laugh and move on and keep doing it, that's deliberate no matter
But
what.
they didn't keep the page up, though. That's my
Yeah, they
point.
did.
I'm
And
not trying to
on
write
top
the
of that-
fence here.
on
I'm
top
just
of
giving
that-
my opinion because I know that.
Okay. You're going to start talking. I'm going to talk to Sean. Sean, how you doing?
Sorry.
Hi, Lee. How are you?
Good. How's everything going? What's your thoughts today?
Oh, I got the day off. I have 2 days off from work.
Oh, and it's beautiful too, ain't it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice to have 2 days off.
Yeah. So, what do you want to? Yeah, go for
it. What's been going on?
Well, if you've been listening,
Political stuff. We're all going to be talking about the Yankees in a few minutes. They're in the heat of a war argument right here.
Yeah. Okay.
I just jumped on to talk about this. I'll just jump off then.
I appreciate it, dude. MRE, welcome anytime.
Like I said, my last word is I think you should all put this to bed because the trolls are in a room right now somewhere, maybe a Discord, maybe something, and they're all fucking laughing because they caused all this. All right.
Hey, listen, they did me a favor yesterday, MRE. You take care.
I've seen some of the videos that you put out. What'd you put out, Lee? About 2 videos in the last couple days?
Yeah, they're doing really well too. I mean, hey, Smoking Tommy, how you doing?
Hey, Lee, how you doing?
Welcome. How's everything going, man?
I'm eating these Coney Island hot dogs over here.
Oh, man, you got me hungry. Why did you have to say Coney Island hot dogs? Hey, Michael, doesn't that get you hungry, Coney Island hot dogs?
Sure.
Yeah.
How you doing, Michael? So, Michael, what's your thoughts on everything?
Living a dream. Oh, this is bullshit. This straight bullshit, brother. You know, this didn't let, whatever this cop's name is, he just needs to go away. Should have never been allowed in.
Anybody here from my brother Anthony?
I don't know what you guys think, but you see what happened.
Well, you know, what bothers me is yesterday afternoon, after all the doxing was done, he went on a show last night and he continued with it. He continued with the insults, saying that he would countersue me and all this crap. And he was acting like a tough guy, you know, and he doesn't understand. He's a CO. He's not a tough guy. You know,
he's running scared.
Yeah. It's like COs. They're the ones that bring the drugs in. They're the ones that, but they just get to go home at night. Don't get me wrong. There are some good COs out there, but there's a lot of bad ones too.
There are.
And that's why the jails are full of drugs.
Yeah, the old timers said, don't trust cops, and the COs are the Walmart of cops.
Yeah.
They wasn't kidding.
Smokey, what do you think? Smoking Tommy.
I wanted to ask you, where did somebody threaten you? I didn't hear any threats. I didn't hear any
on my phone. On my phone.
You didn't hear all 50 of them?
Which one?
I played him yesterday. I played him on
which one?
Yeah, I played him on my show yesterday.
I heard Stacks talking about severing heads.
Pete, no, not Stacks. That was a person that I didn't know that was calling me. That threatened to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no, there's a lot of death threats. It hasn't stopped.
I didn't hear a direct threat. I heard him say something. I heard him say something to the effect like, why doesn't somebody come down there and cut your head off or some shit like that? I didn't hear him say, I am going to come down.
That's not a threat, Smoking Tommy?
Well, no, that's just wishing that somebody would come down and cut your head off.
Tommy, I don't know. It sounds like to me you're sticking up for him, Tommy.
I'm not sticking up for anybody. I'm just saying what I heard.
Okay. Well, if let me ask you, Michael, if someone says to you that I'm not going to go back to, if someone says to you that someone should cut your head off, or why doesn't someone cut your head off, would you take that as a threat?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course. Let's get it on.
I don't know.
If your head is cut off, are you dead or are you alive still?
I'm on my fucking deathbed over here. No shit.
It's gonna go down 1 of 3 ways, probably.
We all got to go sometime.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Smoking Tommy.
I'm not. I got to go sometime.
No, these guys knew what they were doing. It wasn't no accident.
Huh?
Yeah,
I really don't.
I got a lot more. I got a lot more death threats last night, that people.
Well, I don't know about those. But I know about the one I heard.
They're actually on my answer machine. I saved them. These, you got people. Yeah, I am planning on doing that.
A perfectly planned accident.
Yes, I left it on, and people don't realize I got their threats and stuff. There were some people that were so stupid they used their home number and threatened my life. I mean,
well, those aren't actual threats.
If someone says to you that they're going to put a bullet in your head, that's a threat.
No, I'm saying they're not actual threats where you got to take it seriously, because anybody that's going to do that is not going to use their own.
Tommy, I grew up in the streets. You never know when someone means what they say.
Tommy, don't underestimate the stupidity of the public.
Yeah.
Hey, a couple of these guys that go to work every day, maybe they wouldn't be so energetic at night.
I mean, the scary part is you actually, dude, you have people sending me. You got people sending me naked pictures. Look at me. It's like, why is a fucking man sending me a naked picture?
What can I say?
I'm not hungry. Huh?
No, I'm not hungry. I'm okay.
And it's kind of funny. Right. Everybody in America got a huge penis because I get all these penis pictures, and every penis is over 12 inches. I'm like, what, does everybody got a fucking giant penis but me?
Now I heard now I heard you talking about Gene's penis.
Okay.
You might have invited that.
Okay. Okay. Dude, man, what's up with you? You're Mr. Negativity.
Me? No.
Yeah.
I'm not negatively. I call it as I see it, man.
You're just a bastion of positivity. We missed it.
Okay, well, hey, listen. Anybody that comes up here is entitled to their opinion, but
hey Lee, the world's so fucked up right now. It is fucked up. It is fucked up, man.
Before I came on today, just one unlisted number was calling me, and they literally dialed my number over and over and over and over and over. They would not stop, and I'm like, who the fuck has this time?
Oh, that was me. I was trying to get a hold of you. No, I'm just I don't even have your number.
And look, there's no women calling me. They're all men. I mean, couldn't some woman call me and say, I'm going to kill you? I mean, okay, I'll talk to you.
Yeah, it's
we'll have a conversation.
Look hot, Yeah. Now that I'm a sort of an celeb, I have a few of them. And even with the women, they're not, there's a few that are okay, but most no. It sucks, really. So if you think you're going to get women by being an e-celeb, don't waste your time. Just talk to the neighbor chick or someone nearby.
Hey, let's read what DP is saying. DP is saying, come on, Lee, you know damn well people are just calling you, trolling you.
That don't make it right.
How do I know that? Yeah, but
that don't make it right.
All it takes is one nut. That's all it takes. One crazy guy. People say, oh, I can't believe that he walked into the post office and took everybody out. It's called postal. He went postal. So many people here they're like in another world. It's like being a wrestling fan. They think it's real.
Well, even these guys said this was an accident. I mean, when stupidity been a good defense?
Yeah. Imagine that someone comes. Hey, listen, I'll be honest with you. If someone comes here, I'll stream it because that would be one of the best streams ever. If they come to my door, I'll let them in. I'll say, come on in. And I can honestly say that. Huh?
You got a Ring doorbell?
Oh, this is Texas. You can let anybody in your house and you can do whatever you want.
Like Canada.
Yeah. I'm not going to have to worry where this is New York, where I'm going to be arrested.
Hey, Lee.
Yes.
I don't know. I go back, mental stability is a big key these days. I'm seeing normal people lose their shit right now. We're just living in some bad times, man. I mean, you go out in public, people are just acting weird. If it's due to COVID, if it's due to just issues staying inside, I mean, I don't have to live in fear, but I see people, they used to live in their little bubbles. Now you can see fear in their eyes. So, we should all come, we should come on these shows and enjoy ourselves, talk positively. But I'm kind of interested in the correctional officer. I don't know much about him, but on his show, does he talk about correctional?
He doesn't have a show.
Yeah, he don't have a show.
He goes on everybody else's show.
I'll tell you.
He has an opinion.
Yeah.
So does he talk about correctional officer stuff or life? I don't understand. Like,
Oh, he did. You know, we actually had a couple good shows, but you know, the reality is not many people watched them. People don't want to hear about the correctional. They don't want to hear about correctional officers. They want to hear about the bad guys. People like the bad guys better than the good guys, but this guy actually turned out to be a bad guy. So maybe they'll like him more now.
so he was
That's what
saying
it comes down
negative.
to.
He was saying negative things about you, Lee.
Dude, about everybody. He was going between me and FBS. He was telling FBS things that I would say, and he was telling me things FBS. One day FBS called me up and said, Lee, I got something to tell you. And I said, why? He goes, this dude's telling me all this shit. Did you say this, this, and this? And I said, yeah. And then he told me what the guy said that I was telling him. So the guy was going back and forth between the both of us. He got caught red-handed. And when he got caught, huh?
It's what he does with inmates. He's used to it. He'll get one group against another this week. The next week, it's a different one. Different one.
Yeah, but you're putting that nicely. I mean, let's really imagine here. He's going cell to cell. Oh, this guy's talking shit about you. Here's a knife, and they're watching it like a sick joke.
Yeah,
and prisoners can read through people real quick. I mean, these guys are doing hard time. I mean,
yeah, Sean, check it out. In my area of California in the 90s, Corcoran State Prison, which is where guys from my area go to, they had that shooting scandal. They were setting up inmate fights, and then the guard towers would gun them down. 10 guys were whacked. The guy from down the street from my house in Norteño, one of his guys got clipped during that. And they were telling us, if we get arrested and we go there, you got to be ready in case they throw you into the gauntlet. And
yeah,
that's
you're talking about
these guys can be. They're psychologically screwed up in many ways.
Yeah, the shoe program. You're talking about they're throwing people in the shoe in Corcoran.
Right, and then they put them out onto that little yard, and they'd have make them box it out, and the winner got whacked.
And see, the guards, they got to worry about getting whacked too, because they're playing an evil game. I mean,
you're walking though. Back then, there was no internet and all that. That's why it got away for 4 or 5 years before the FBI finally got into it. But yes, nowadays these guys can get them on the street. The Norteños and the Mexican mafia used to extort these guards by getting good-looking women to flirt with the married ones when they were off shift to get good compromising pics, and then make them smuggle drugs. These guys cheat on their wives all the time. They're from small towns in California, New York, Texas, etc.
Bakersfield, yeah.
And these guys were good looking. They were good looking Mexican women.
The ABs do it too.
Yeah,
they all do it.
Hey, listen. Hey, you can't blame the guys. It's better than what I've been getting. I've been just getting bad looking guys.
Get drugs in there, and then they tell the guard that they get a permanent chick to play with on the side in exchange.
Hey guys, you don't have to say where you're from, but give me an area of where you're from around if you don't want to tell me where you're from.
Southern California.
Southern Cal?
Yeah.
West
Southern Ohio.
Smoking Tommy.
I'm in Jersey now, but I hung around in Richmond Hill quite a bit. Ozone Park.
And I'm in Texas. I'm formerly from New York. So, it's amazing, though, what you could do here on YouTube now. All of us are from different areas across the country, and we're all here, and we're all talking to each other. Don't you find that fascinating?
Never would have thought it.
Yes.
Never would have thought it.
Yeah.
No.
It's been since I was in the service, since it's been around guys from so many different areas,
This is like Jetsons type stuff.
It's funny, though. I had 3 kids in the service at one time. One was in Virginia, one was in Fort Benning, and the other one was in Chicago. So I would go all over the country during the summer to visit them, and I loved it. It gave me a reason to visit them because they were in the service, so I can go to different places. And, but so you guys through for vacation and everything? You have anything else you got to be doing this summer?
I'm getting ready for the winter time. I'm getting ready for the winter time. I just got my firewood and I'm waiting for the snow to come.
How about you, Mike?
Oh, nothing really. Work.
Are you sitting on the front porch?
Sitting on the balcony.
The balcony?
Smoking a cigar.
Hey, West Coast, how about you? What do you got planned?
Here's something Ray Monday gonna never have. You see that?
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Oh no.
So what do you think? What do you think about this guy pretty much lying and saying that he's seen Ray Ramondi's?
His whole story's so full of shit.
Yeah, that's bad.
Wait, can I just say something?
Yeah,
what
sure.
If he found it? What if he found it later on?
Found what?
I mean, I don't like calling people liars unless I have 100%.
Smoking Tommy, let me ask you a
Come
question.
on.
Have you ever been in the military?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Because one thing nobody
and right
loses.
now, I know I have my discharge papers.
And you know exactly where they are, right?
Something? I don't know where the fuck they are.
What was your MOS?
As a medical specialist.
No. Oh.
Hey, Tommy, is 300 sniper kills common in any war?
I don't know. I never killed anybody.
Okay, if you go on Google and look, you'll find out that was Stalingrad level numbers from World War II.
And
the last time shit like that happened.
I never did.
I'm not knocking other branches of the service, but the Marine Corps has one of the most unique experiences from start to finish.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you another question. Stacks is mad at me because he thinks I'm trying to have him tell him who's going to be on his show. But I asked him why is he platforming somebody that he knows is stolen valor? What do you guys think about that?
Scumbag move.
Definitely wrong if he's doing that. I don't believe he killed 300
He just had no idea. He just
not without a mortar.
Yeah. He
claims mortar.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what the whole thing even means. Obviously, I mean, the ramifications.
Did you guys hear the show when I had the Guardians of the Green Beret on?
Mm-hmm.
When I had that show that they spoke about it, and they said that pretty much they think the closest he was to being in the military is maybe he got a general discharge.
Maybe, and if you listen to what he says about his Marine Corps experience, he didn't get that far. I mean,
nope.
What happened to Paris Island or Marine, or San Diego? What happened to recruit training?
Did you go through Paris Island, Michael?
Yes.
Every Marine goes through Paris Island.
No,
well, close to it.
There's also in San Diego. There's 2 recruit trainings.
29
the
pounds.
Mississippi River is a divide line. Depends on which side of the Mississippi River you live on.
Right.
That's how they established that.
Hey, hey, if you guys want to ask any questions, even to the guys in here, go right ahead. I'm going to read. Mario says, if it's so bothered, why doesn't someone change the number or block calls that aren't in his contacts? Mario, do you think it's right that I got to change my? Yeah, after 10 years, I got to change my number.
Yeah.
So is that a reason for making it okay, Mario?
That's an able.
But see, that's what people do. They think it's like I'm supposed to accept that my life got turned around by this scumbag move.
That's one of Stax's friends.
Huh?
The thing is, I don't see them laughing about. I see these guys saying, "I'm sorry. This wasn't supposed to happen." I mean,
when did they do this?
Yeah.
I have no one's apologized to me.
I haven't heard any apologies to me.
Not one.
Did you watch the when they were talking?
No. When I mean apologize,
you actually played the video.
No,
they know you're watching.
You pick up. I don't watch these other shows.
What world are you in?
No, that's Tommy. That's ridiculous. It's their job to give me a call and apologize to me. It ain't my job to watch their show.
I'm giving you my interpretation and my impression.
They did not apologize.
I think they seem remorseful. I do.
Remorseful my ass.
Do you think that
Stacks is reading people, man?
Do you think Stacks is remorseful?
Oh,
no.
Stacks is another situation.
Well, he's the one that did it. He's the one that was.
I ignore the guy.
Okay, so how about
I don't hate him. I don't hate anybody. Okay, he's not my cup of tea. That's all.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Do you think that Gray Thin Line is remorseful?
I do.
He went on the show last night, said he was sorry, then attacked me.
Yeah, but what made him do a reverse spin like that?
Here we go.
Dude, man, I don't know. You're looking at the world a lot different than I do.
I'm looking at it rationally.
No, you're looking at it.
You're looking.
I'm not gonna say it, dude. But
go ahead, say it, man. I got a thick skin. I got a thick skin. Say what you want.
No. I'm not gonna get. I'm not gonna get.
And you
I'm
know
not gonna
something?
get
I won't even
politics in
respond
this.
with some of my wit. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna. It's just that
that's not how I roll, man.
You're very negative about everything.
No,
dude.
I'm not.
How do you interpret that he said he's sorry to Lee?
No one's apologized to me.
I don't know about that. I just know he seemed
you
remorseful.
just said he was regretful and remorseful.
He was when I was watching the video or the session. He seemed.
You mean when he said he was sorry it
he
happened?
Said it was,
then
he said it was a
then
mistake.
He continued to attack me.
He said it was a mistake. He said it wasn't meant to happen.
And then he continued to attack.
Yeah, he did not apologize at all.
Something must have pissed him off. I don't know what it was. I don't remember that. I honestly don't.
Of course you don't remember that. You don't want to remember that.
Hey, Lee, you don't want this guy on your jury, okay? Don't
I'm
put
not
this guy on
choosing
your
any
civil
sides
jury.
here, man. I'm serious. I'm not.
Oh, well, listen, you're entitled to your opinion. I respect your opinion, but I'm entitled to mine.
Right. I mean, I got no skin in the game.
For entertainment. Hey, listen, for entertainment, you got to have people like you on.
Right.
You know, that's what it comes down to. Nick Petro, I thought he said something about the medical field. I was ready to roast him. Oh, Dana. Yeah.
Who's Dana? Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I don't always agree with Lee, but it would piss any.
I don't have a problem with the medical field.
Let me finish. Jerry Gambati, I don't always agree with Lee.
Send that lady a link.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, I don't agree with Lee, but with Lee, it would piss anyone off. I get annoyed by telemarketers, let alone trolls. Great point.
No doubt, huh?
My phone's off right now. I can't even turn my phone on.
Yeah.
You know, my mother's 85 years old. If something happened to her, I can't even hear about it right now.
Leave it off for it off for a week. It'll die down.
Horrible.
No, I'm supposed to leave my phone off for a week because of what they did.
Well, I mean,
I think it's no big deal.
You're not supposed to, Lee. But what else can you do?
No biggie.
Okay, so something happens to my mother, or if my son gets into an accident, God forbid, something happens to one of my children, I'm not supposed to know about it?
Get one of those cheap little throwaway
Just
phones.
change your number.
Oh, I should go out and buy another phone. Damn, man.
They're like $10 or something, $15.
God, dude, man, I tell you what, man. Lee, I heard the Android app shows your phone number. You should have probably done a dry run before going live.
Where's she?
No,
been?
I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. I'm not going to bend over backwards because of these people.
You know, I'm not saying you haven't been wrong, Lee. Okay? It's very unfortunate what happened to you. What I am saying, though, is you're going to have to deal with it.
Hey, gray, thin line. I am dealing with it right now. What do you think I'm doing? This is how I deal with it. This is my platform.
All right.
This is how I deal with it. Okay. I'm going to let you go, my man. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you being on. You have a nice one. Oh, God almighty. I can only take so much. I'm sorry, dude. Nothing personal.
Right.
Yeah, I was blown away by how did anybody say that the dude was sorry based on anything he did last night on FBS or anywhere? He was not sorry. He said
he continued being a tough guy.
He never said the word "I'm sorry, Lee Cole." He didn't say that. He said, "Well, yeah, it was an accident," and he justified the accident.
You know what he was doing today? He was calling people to call me.
Yeah,
I mean,
he called
Damien
Peril.
Tripes tried to get a hold of me.
Yeah, he called Gene, and Gene called. Gene contacted me saying
he actually called Gene Barillo. Yeah, he doesn't say that. He doesn't tell people that he talks to Gene Barillo. You know, but he'll tell people I talk to Gene, but he won't tell people he talks to Gene. So he got a hold of Gene Barillo and said, "Can you get a hold of Lee and tell him I'm not going to do this today. I'll go out and give an apology." No, I'm not going to stop the show. If you want to apologize after this show, I'll accept your apology. And if you don't, then I will make you my life.
And you need to apologize to me as well for your little attack on me. That stupid attempt. You should have.
This ain't about you, dude. What the hell, man? This ain't about you. You got your own show. You go on to your show. I'm kidding, dude.
Me as well. It ain't tied to whether. Hold on, Lee. I'm not saying it's tied to whether you get one or not, but he still needs to apologize to me for what he did to me on this show. They still have the video up with me, by the way. They took your portion down. Mine is still up.
Oh, really?
F that. Stacks and TGL, those two clowns can both fucking apologize to me for that. They have it up, and it has a lot of hits already, and I'm getting dissed by a bunch of idiots.
Hey, listen, I want to see you in a cage with Stacks.
I'd like Stacks wouldn't make it 5 minutes because of his health, and he really wouldn't be able to pass the thing. He is on his last legs, so
He's gonna want to pick up something.
Yeah, like he talks his game, but the reality is he's broke. He doesn't have much, which is why he lashes out in general. And I have to remember that, which is why.
Well, I'm not going to hold that against. I'm not going to hold that against the man. I'm not going to hold that against the man.
I mean, what was he really thinking he was going to do with that weight when he picked it up?
Yeah, I'm just moving on from him as far as that's concerned. But if they want to apologize, they certainly can. And you know what? At this point, if Stacks did apologize, I think it would be the right thing to go ahead and accept it in general and squash all the issue.
Would you go back to work? Would you go to work with him?
No.
That's over. That shit sailed.
Okay. So listen, guys, have you guys ever thought about doing your own show? Have you guys ever given any consideration?
Oh, wow. I think if I'm going to do it happens.
So you see what shit happens here and how mean people could be. Would it persuade you to go in another direction?
Yeah. It would. I mean, if I was going to do a show, I'd probably just focus the camera on the sunsets and the mornings, and that's it.
Do you know that you guys realize that in the women that have shows in like health and beauty and stuff, these other women attack each other, and it's pretty it's pretty vicious. Women put men to shame.
Right.
I mean, we think we could attack, but women, when they attack each other,
right.
I mean, so this is part of the genre. This is just part of all these genres.
At the end of the day, this is your show. You're a critic's critic. You shouldn't be ashamed of anything that you say. Look at Howard Stern. You remember when they censored Howard Stern, then he went to internet.
Well, yeah.
It's your show, Lee, and at the end of the day, threats are threats, but keep moving forward and just do your show. Don't.
I always remember one thing that Rush Limbaugh said. Rush Limbaugh said, half the people that watch my show hate my guts. Listen to my show, hate my guts. But if they find they find you interesting, though, they would listen to you. And Rush Limbaugh would say, and every once in a while, if they listen to me long enough, they start having different feelings about me. And I've noticed that because many people have come on here and said, Lee, in the beginning, I couldn't stand you. Now I like your show. And how you act during moments like this is what people judge you off of.
And a lot of Rush's people, since he passed away, God bless him, they kind of moved to Larry Elder. I like Larry Elder. Great guy. And he just got railroaded in California, Well,
I'll tell you what, though. They're never going to replace Rush. Whether you like him or hate him, that's like Howard Stern. There's just certain people that can't be replaced.
Right, but the viewers got to go somewhere, Lee.
A lot of times they don't. Like me, I don't even listen to radio no more.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people like me. My sister too. Once Rush died, that was it. We drove. For 30 years we drove to work with him, drove home with him. Yep. On the weekends we go on long trips. We turn him on, and then it's funny. People go, "You listen to Rush?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I listen to Rush. He had the #1 show of all time, so people were listening to him." And that's just it. And when he died, what happened? You had all these mean people come out and say, "Good, he's dead." I mean,
horrible.
This is how people are. I don't say that. I couldn't care if Nancy Pelosi died tomorrow. I wouldn't mock her being dead. She has a family that loves her. So it doesn't matter what I think about her.
I'm so hesitant. Even at work, I'm just so hesitant to. I could see the hate. I could see the hate in people, and it's every man for himself. It's just there's a lot of whack jobs. It's just nuts. It's nuts, Lee.
See ya.
Okay. K-Mac said he'd allowed an opinion, wrong or right. Yes, K-Mac. Exactly. And there were times I listened to Rush Limbaugh and he pissed me off. So, it's not like I was one of those guys that said everything he says is right. Hell no.
Right.
Lee, people
Nobody's saying that. Nobody's
people
saying
aren't
that.
your cheerleaders, aren't negative. They have their own opinion. Yup. That's a good name. Yup. So, I agree with you, dude. Okay. I'm just I didn't realize I've been on an hour and a half already, so I'll go for a little bit. Dana Smith, the laugh out loud, those glasses and a nurse's doctor, is that you're being made fun of with those glasses, you know that, right? You're gonna have to start hanging out with the A-lights if you wear those sunglasses. JC, you hear me?
Yeah, Dana Smith, you guys got to stop being so thirsty. It's amazing hearing guys that you can tell the dudes that aren't getting dates regularly. You don't flirt with women 2,000 miles away. Shit, man. You freaking deal with the women in your area because those are the ones you can actually meet in person, guys.
Exactly. True statement.
You got to do it the right way. Don't be a beta male. Do it the alpha way. I'm not always an alpha, but I try.
Any of you guys married?
Not me.
And engaged.
I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years. I want to get married to her. She's a tough woman, but I love her.
If I need a woman, I just go out and kidnap one.
Oh shit. Oh, what?
No shit.
That'll give the people. Oh yeah, I told you.
I know that'll be clipped in a show coming up.
Yeah.
Hey, look at what Lee said.
Yeah, he's gonna go out and kidnap a woman.
Giving Stacks fuel.
No, they can say whatever they want, but here's the good thing. Anything that happened in my life that's been very negative, they pulled out. I know there's nothing else there. One thing you will never find about me: I never was charged with domestic battery. I never had a DUI. I never had a drug charge. I never hurt a child. And those are the things in life that people look at you and make judgments. And, maybe it's wrong, but I know that.
Never informed. You got to throw that one in there.
Well, definitely never informed. But you know what? I'm going to be honest about informing. None of us know what we would do if we're looking at 50 years.
Or life.
Yeah. I mean, if you're 30 years old. Yeah. If you're 30 years old and you get arrested, and then the FBI says, look, if you say this, this, and this, we'll give you 3 years instead of 50. I mean, it makes me laugh. People go, he's a fucking rat. He's a fucking rat. And the people saying it will be the first people to rat.
It's exactly. And at the end of the day, if you talk to the media or you talk to the cops or you talk to the courts or the politicians when it comes to anything public, period, it is a snitch move, meaning anybody on YouTube is a rat. That I hold myself same standards. I am a YouTube rat at this point. I didn't go to court or that stuff, but I've done that. Other guys.
How long would it be before Lindsey Graham ratted if he was in trouble?
Lindsey Graham would not be scared of prison. Okay, he's got 3,000 guys.
He is the best. It's amazing. That guy just will not come out and say what he is, and it's just like, dude,
he's in South Carolina. He's controlled opposition. They put him into one of the most conservative seats about 15, 20 years ago, and they did it for a reason. They can control him because of his sexuality.
Okay. Well, at least for Barney Frank, you knew where he was coming from.
Hey, you should learn. The old mob had great ways to control these politicians.
Yeah, people don't realize. I hear that Barney Frank was really tied up with the mob up in Boston.
Well,
with the
Barney
Patriarch
Frank
family.
around with an underage boy. Remember that? He had that scandal, and they had that over his head for years too.
Yeah, but he was really in with the mob up there. But any politician back then that was running in Boston had to go to the mob in order to make it in that district. I mean, we're talking about the Boston Combat Zone and stuff. I mean, that was Whitey Bulger over in the other area with the Irish. Hey guys, listen, I appreciate you being here today. I'm going to shut down. We stayed well over 200. I've been well over 200 the whole show. I appreciate you guys showing up. I really love bringing people in from the audience. Anybody is welcome here anytime to come up here like you guys.
Thank
And
you, Lee.
Okay. I really appreciate everything.
You told me this would be an hour, and it was a lot longer. I feel like I was held against my will.
Oh God. So I kidnapped you now.
I know.
Okay. Well, I'm going to leave here and go out and get in my van. No.
Hey, the audience loves that joke.
Hey, Richard Ramirez,
Hey,
on the
straight
Night
up
Stalker.
70s man.
It's a red van with a red carpet. Hey guys,
That's bad.
Have a good
everybody
evening,
nice
gentlemen.
one.
All
Thank
right,
you.
guys, take it easy.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Take care. People, take care. Have a nice night. I appreciate everybody showing up. Take care.